Hey, what's going on, guys? It's King Kwan here, back today with another UFC pay-per-view predictions video. I didn't do a predictions video for UFC 230 because I was very busy, and I was actually lucky that I even got to see the card. But yeah, it was a good card. UFC 230, obviously Daniel Cormier, Derek Lewis main event. Anyways, today we're doing a video, UFC 231. It's in Toronto, Canada, Saturday, December 8th. If you're an MMA fan and you don't order this pay-per-view, you're crazy. This pay-per-view card is one of the best of the year. So many good fights on the main card, and we'll quickly just go over the prelims. So in the featured fight on the FS1 prelims, we have Claudia Gadelha versus Nina Ansaroff, and that is a very interesting fight in the women's strawweight division. And there's also another fight in the prelims. Olivier Aubin Mercier, you guys know what I'm talking about. Versus Gilbert Burns. That's a really good fight. Jessica Eye is also fighting. So Brad Katona off the Ultimate Fighter, he's fighting. That guy Lima, also saw him on the Ultimate Fighter. They're also all fighting. But we're talking about the main card today, pay-per-view. Such a good co-main event and main event. Those two fights alone, two of the best fights the UFC can make. But first, we're going to start off in the light heavyweight division. Jimmy Manuwa versus Thiago Santos. Two brawlers, two knockout punches, both coming off wins, I'm pretty sure. I've seen Thiago Santos fight not very many times. I think I saw him fight once a couple months ago at a pay-per-view. Jimmy Manuwa, I've seen him fight Corey Anderson and the other guy recently who he fought. So I know more Jimmy Manuwa more, but I think Thiago Santos is a up-and-coming guy in the light heavyweight division, so I'm going to have to go for him. I'm going to say a second round KO Thiago Santos. So yeah. Okay, so then featherweight we have... No, is it featherweight? No, welterweight, sorry. Cowboy Alex Oliveira versus Gunnar Nelson. I haven't seen Gunnar Nelson fight in so long. I love Gunnar Nelson's grappling. His ground game is very underrated. I'm hoping for Gunnar Nelson to get a win here, but Cowboy Oliveira is very skilled as well, so I'm going to say Gunnar Nelson by decision in that fight. I feel like I'm missing out on a fight, but I can't find it. Americana, no. Kyle Bochniak, and I have no idea how to say the other guy's name. Hakeem Wad. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher that name, but if you want to know what it is, I might put his name in the description. Kyle Bochniak, I've seen him fight twice, so I'm gonna go for him by decision. I don't really know those guys very well, but I think that's the second fight on the card. So yeah. So anyways, now we're going to talk about the two big fights. To me, these are two main events, but it's a and main event, obviously. It's never, they never really call it double main event, but to me it is. This is the most exciting women's fight you can make in the UFC right now. Maybe you could count in for Cyborg versus Nunes, which is obviously at the end of December, but I really think Valentina Shevchenko versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk for the UFC Flyweight Women's Championship is super interesting. Now, obviously, about 10 years ago, 2006, 7, and 8, I'm pretty sure Valentina fought Joanna in Muay Thai 3 times, and Joanna lost all 3 times. People are bringing that into a big factor in this fight. I don't really understand why, because between then and now, Joanna Jędrzejczyk has gotten a lot better. I've seen some of her Muay Thai fights, and just obviously, you're going to get more skilled over time, and obviously 10 years is a long time. So yeah, I don't really think that's going to be a factor, but Valentina Shevchenko is the favourite in this fight, what I'm hearing. All different podcasts, interviews, sort of people I listen to, they're all saying Valentina Shevchenko. I am a massive Joanna Jędrzejczyk fan. I think she's my second favourite fighter in the UFC. So skilled. Obviously losing to Rose twice and coming off that win over Tisha Torres. I'm going to go for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I think at 125 pounds, she is going to be a lot more healthier, a lot more faster, and I think she's gone, well, not a lot more faster, but faster, and I think she's going to have more endurance in this fight. Obviously, conditioning isn't an issue for her. She has very good conditioning in fights, goes 5 rounds lots of the time, but Valentina Shevchenko is so good in this division. This is her division. She's been scheduled to fight, I think it's twice this year. Both fights not happening. Now this fight, I am really confident nothing's going to happen here. And this fight is going to happen on Saturday. Well, Sunday for me, but Saturday. UFC 231. I think this fight's going to happen, and I think Joanna is going to win by decision. I think it's going to be a very, very, very close fight. Hopefully with Joanna taking it, because I'm a big Joanna fan. But if Shevchenko takes it, I would not be surprised, because these are two very skilled strikers in all of women's MMA. Two very, very elite Muay Thai fighters. Yeah, I can't wait. I've been waiting for this fight for quite some time. Ever since Joanna fought Rose the second time after that, I said she needs to move up. I think the weight cut is not... Well, obviously what it did to her in the first Rose fight where she got knocked out, she had a terrible weight cut. I think she walks around at about 130 pounds maybe. So just cutting those 5 pounds off is very simple for her, and I think she's a lot better at that weight, just like Shevchenko. So yeah, I think this fight is going to be very, very exciting. So then we move to the main event. I've been waiting for this fight 8 months. Since Brian Ortega, since he KO'd Frankie Edgar. That was a really great moment. I remember watching that live when he did that. I said this guy is going to be fighting Holloway next. Obviously everyone thought that. So yeah, 8 months. So it was supposed to happen at UFC 226. Same card that DC beat Stipe, but sadly Max had concussion-like symptoms. People say from the weight cut, from concussions, who knows what it was. Anyway, he's healthy now, we hope, and he can fight on Sunday. So this is a very, very difficult fight to predict for me. Two amazing fighters, really good guys, inside and outside the cage. Damn. Well, obviously Brian Ortega 13-0, Holloway 19-3, but obviously on a 12-fight win streak, beating Aldo twice in his last 2 fights, which is no cakewalk. Obviously Brian Ortega's jiu-jitsu and grappling is elite. If he grabs your neck, there's a pretty good chance that he's going to either make you tap out or he's going to choke you out. And his boxing is getting a lot better. Obviously, not really going to the ground actually not going to the ground at all with Edgar. Tried to go for a clinch at the start of that fight, but apart from that, that fight was all stand up. I think his boxing is getting very good, but I still think Max Holloway has the edge on the stand up. Max Holloway, obviously, control of distance, and his kickboxing is so good. I think this, honestly, is more interesting stylistically than any other featherweight fight ever. More interesting than McGregor-Aldo. I think as far as a grappler versus striker match, it doesn't get much better than this. I think we're in for a treat. Now, hopefully Max Holloway is 100%. Hopefully nothing happens. The weight cut isn't too bad. I think after this fight, he needs to move up because the weight cut is just so rough. So rough on his body, and as he gets older it's just going to get harder. And I think Max Holloway at 155 lightweight, he will be a killer there. So yeah, but I honestly, I've been going back and forth on this fight for so long. I think Ortega and I think Holloway. I think it's going to come down to experience, obviously. Ortega obviously never having a championship fight. I think he's had one 5-round fight in the UFC. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's right. Against Cub Swanson. Obviously, that did not go to decision. I think if it goes to the later rounds, I would give Max Holloway the edge because he's really... Well, even Max hasn't really been to the 5th round. Most of his fights are ending pretty... Actually, both of these guys finish fights in the 3rd round, so maybe that won't be a factor. I'm still going to go, as hard as this is, I'm going to go Max Holloway just based on experience alone. So my official prediction is Max Holloway, but it's a 60-40. You know, I'm just going for Holloway. This is a very hard fight to predict. I think it's really unpredictable. Brian Ortega could easily, well, not easily, but he could choke out Holloway very, very easily. His jiu-jitsu, obviously training under the Gracie, Hannah Gracie, with his jiu-jitsu is so good. It would not surprise me if Ortega wins this fight, but my official prediction is going to be Max Holloway. We're going to see Ann Still. I think Max is going to do it. I'm going to say Max Holloway by decision. No reason. I just think Brian Ortega is so tough. Yeah, that's about all I have to say, really. But yeah, so that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter. I'll put the my Twitter handle in the description below. If you enjoy more videos, let me know about it. If you like the video, let me know. Love to hear your feedback. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Holloway's tough as it gets, but how about the size of that bruise starting to form on his right side? Nice kick by the champ. Elbow lands. He is in trouble. He's stunned. He's got him hurt here. Oh! Big uppercut to the head. Oh!
So I also forgot to add that I will be doing a UFC 231 review a week, oh maybe not a week, we'll see, a couple of days after the event, obviously. So if you guys want to stick around for that video, subscribe. Hoping to make a video on that a couple of days after UFC 231. So I recommend you all to order the pay-per-view. It's going to be a great night of fights. Enjoy the fights, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh, head kick blocked though by T-City, Brian Ortega.
Whoa! This could be it. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's hurt. He's hurt.